I'm making this video because there was a request in the comments section to show what I actually do step by step. So in camp, and so this is after first bull run, and I'm not going to recreate what I did when I played the game. I'm actually at Antietam. I'm going to do what I would do here based on what I know from having played the campaign to Antietam. A couple things I want to do. First of all, I want to get the largest number of units into the next battle. Second thing is I want to get to 2,500 men per unit as soon as I possibly can. So this is actually 10 units that you can bring here. And I have, what was that, like 9,000. I have 15,000 on hold over there. So that's 24,000. So I can take 20,000 to that battle because I can take 2,000 men per unit after I go to put my career points in. So right now it's 1,500 men. I need to get to 2,000. And really, I could just take this to 10. Okay, I'm still only at 2,000. I'd really like to be at 2,500 as soon as possible. Okay, I'm going to need officers, and I'm going to need weapons. And so the thing I want to calculate is I need 15,000 weapons just to be able to get the raw recruits out of the manpower pool. And I'm also taking a look at, let's see, how many weapons do I have? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8,000. I need 7,000 more. So I'm going to end up buying 7,042s. That's a minimum. Let's see, that's going to be about, there's 7,000, so it's $77,000. I also have to buy officers. Now the big thing about going into Shiloh is you need as much money as you can possibly get. I mean, you're going to need every penny you can get to put every man in the battlefield, on the battlefield at Shiloh. So I'm taking a look at this. It might be worth it to go ahead and buy these officers now. Yeah, if I can get XP for these officers, that would be really good. To be able to field units of 2,500, you have to have a general. So I need to put all of these generals into position to get them promotions to general, all these colonels. And at Shiloh, just as many officers as I can put in to get as many promotions as I can. So, and we are going to get everybody into Shiloh, but it's not easy to do. So I'm taking a look at this and I'm thinking, and I also have to, I'm going to need some unit slots in Second Corps. So I'm going to need one no-star or no command bar general in Second Corps, and really a no-bar commander as Corps commander and a no-bar commander as division commanders. The division and Corps commanders don't get much XP, but the unit commanders do. So all the people I want to get promotions need to be in the units, and Brigadier General something Compass needs to be in a unit to get, he needs to get his 3rd star as fast as possible. So I'm going to end up with, I can see, 1 2-star unit. I want the 2-star units always to have good weapons, preferably Harper's Ferries.
Sir, yes, sir!
But the 1-star units can have anything at this point. I'm not recovering good weapons from the enemy, so, you know, that's fine. Okay, I needed a division commander over in Second Corps. I could have put all the officers in my army so that I didn't have any colonels, and then I could have purchased another colonel, but I'm tight on cash. So, and I might have to sell weapons, you know, all the artillery pieces that I absolutely don't need. I might have to do that before Shiloh. You're selling them for a 25% discount, but yeah, I'm looking at this going, I'd like to have the 7,042s and 2,000 Harper's Ferries for my best infantry unit. Because it's going to be a 2-star unit. I don't think that's going to work, and besides, I'm going to need more cash for Shiloh, so I can't do both. I need to save cash for Shiloh. And we're also going to exchange reputation for more men. Or that's my plan. Okay, I line up all my units based on their efficiency. So 39, yeah, they're all lined up. These colonels need to get into the army. They're too good to be division commanders, so I'm going to move officers around, so pretty mediocre officers are going to be division commanders, or like my generals can already command units of, like right now I'm thinking, okay, at Shiloh, my units are only going to be 1,800 because of the number of men I have. I'm going to have, I think, 45,000 men at Shiloh, and the AI is going to give me another 20,000, something like that. So I'm going to have 65,000 men. I'm going to seriously outnumber the enemy. So,
Sir, yes, sir.
and right now I'm going to have 23,000 men, and I can take 20,000 to the next battle. So,
Yes, sir.
10 units of 2,000 men each. So 3,000 men are going to have to sit out. But at least 20,000 men are going to get XP. And it's just a question of how do I want to do this. If I put generals in here, I'm going to put my lowest ranking generals in these positions. Then my two generals with some XP can be in a unit and start working toward their second unit perk. Really, their third unit perk. But if I could have 2 brigadier generals with 2 stars each at Shiloh, that would be really good. Yeah, and I'm screwing up here because something Compass needs to come out, and I know he does. He needs to come out and command my best unit. Okay, all of the units here have 1 star. But this is only about 4 units when this crunches down to 2,000 men each. And these units are really good. These units are almost 2 stars. So in the campaign, I kept my artillery. I think at this point I combined these 2 artillery units and made them 1 big artillery unit. In this, knowing what I know now, I'm going to put them into my best unit. So that's 250, so it's like 1,500. And then 500 men from the next best unit is going to pour into where Colquitt is and make that 2,000. And I just keep going back and recalculating how many weapons do I have, how many do I need, can I afford... I would like my 2-star unit to have good weapons, because I need that unit to get to 3 stars as soon as possible. So I'm always thinking about how to get my officers promoted, how to create as many generals as I can, because I'm going to need them when I have units of 2,500 right after Shiloh. Yeah, and what I'm doing here is I'm getting all of the men out of the manpower pool. So, yeah, and these guys need the worst captain I can. So I had 2269 of the farmers. So I made 2 units, one of 1,000 and one of 1269 to use up all of the farmers that I had. Okay, now what? I don't mind buying these majors. I'm going to need all of these eventually. The cheap way to do this is buy majors and get them promoted to general.
Sir, yes, sir.
And for what I'm trying to do, I'm going to try to get every officer promoted to general. But right now I'm trying to save money. Yeah, we're going to have to spend money on 42s. I already calculated how much that's going to be in total. First, I got rid of the farmers and then the reboard farmers. And now we're going to buy 42s until we can get all of these men out of the army. I do not want... Yeah, I want my lowest ranking officers that I have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've lined up all my good units by efficiency. I have emptied the manpower pool. And I've purchased the officers that I know I'm going to need. Now, I shouldn't have to buy any more weapons, but I really want good weapons for my best unit. So, yeah, those are my worst generals. I want someone fairly mediocre as corps commander. My two best brigadier generals need to be in frontline units harvesting as much XP as they can. And my best general is actually Colquitt. And he should probably be in my best unit because that's a 2-star unit, and that's going to need a pretty good brigadier general to keep his 2 unit perks. Yeah, see, Colquitt's actually a little better. Yeah, I should have switched those. Okay, in the when I did this during the campaign, I kept the artillery, but this is a better play to take these 2 units and pour them into my 2-star infantry unit. I can always when this guy gets I don't really need artillery until after this unit gets its 3rd star. I already know that. I can always, when this unit gets its 3rd star, bleed men off to create artillery units, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And it's what I did in my CSA campaign. When I need artillery, I can just pull them from 3-star infantry units, create 3-star snipers, 3-star artillery. They go on the battlefield. They do a great job. And the other thing that I start to do is, I don't do it right away, but when... Yeah, you can see I put Harper's Ferries in here. Okay, this is the 2nd best unit. At some point, I have several 3-star infantry, and I just kind of warehouse them. And in all the side battles, my 2-star units and 1-star units harvest XP. My 3-star units don't need any more XP. So the goal is to create as many 3-star units as possible. Okay.
Sir.
So I'm down to $64,000, but I have exactly what I want. Okay, there are 897 men left. I poured my 2nd best unit into my best unit. Also poured 2 artillery units in there. That unit kept its unit perks. We're golden. So these 2 units combined are slightly more. And I'm also going to go... In the campaign, I went with stamina. But here I'm going to go with melee. These units are pretty low in efficiency, so I'm going to go with melee. If that doesn't work out because the units they're too slow, I don't think moving slow is going to be a problem. I think they move a lot, but there's plenty of time. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. 182 left over can pour into the next unit. So you saw what I did. I created the second best unit, then I poured the third best unit into that one, men left over went into the next unit. So always the soldiers with the most experience move forward. So, tiny bit of money, this guy can have palmettos. Okay, that's worth it. Maybe. This is the third best unit. Actually, maybe not. I have two that are 15. I'm watching in the video. The two that are 15, I should have merged those together. But instead, I'm pouring the 15 into this one. They're all about the same. Now, when you get 5 cores, which I have at Antietam, you do this by division. Like an entire division will be about the same numbers. You dissolve the entire division and make new units. It's much faster. So here I'm just going to, these are all about the same, so I'm just going to dissolve them all. Those 3 units are 1942, just short of 2000. Okay. I'm going to reform this unit and give him a, not the stamina perk, but the melee perk. Or the morale perk, which gives +5 to efficiency. Okay, that's 18, 19, yeah. It's not much difference. Okay, I want these 20 units spread over 3 divisions. Or, no, it's 10 units. 10 units spread over 3 divisions. So 4, 3, and 3. And I'm reforming this guy because I want to give him an efficiency perk instead of a speed perk. So if you think you're going to need the speed, the extra speed, then you go with the speed perk, which is stamina. And if you don't think that you're going to need that, then you probably want to get 5 more points of efficiency. And throughout all of this, I did speed because I was trying to grind stamina as much as possible by covering as much distance as possible. But probably when the units are very low level, like this, going efficiency is better. I mean, you think about it, if you have a unit that's 10 efficiency, 5 is a 50% increase. I mean, it's just a huge increase to efficiency. Okay, these guys are all the same. They're all identical. And they're already 2,000, so I'll just move them over, make sure they have 42s. Majors aren't good enough to command a unit of 2,000. Majors are good to about 1,400. So they'll have to be replaced with better officers. And then I just need to remember to make sure that they all have 42s and none of them have reboard farmers, because I have enough 42s for everybody, I think. Yeah, I can dissolve all of these because they're all the same. So okay, I'm looking. Okay, if I put 58 men in here, what effect does that have on my worst unit? And the answer is none. Has no effect. So that's good. Yeah, these guys just need better officers. And if I don't have enough good officers to get these guys to 2,000 with no penalty, that's okay. I'll just disband the last one and make it smaller, whatever the max effective size is without a penalty. Yeah, these majors are fine for 2,000. Yeah, and I kind of thought this guy might be a problem, but no, they're all fine. They all have 10 efficiency and there's no hit. So hopefully all these... A low-level major cannot command a unit of 2,500, so hopefully these low-level colonels will become good colonels and be able to command larger units. Now these units are all the same. I can disband them and there's no harm. Okay, everybody has 42s, except I think the last unit, he needs 42s. Yeah, and I'm just checking. Do I have enough? Yeah, he has palmettos. One quick check. I mean, I'm looking. I don't have enough money. I could give him 55s, and then I remember you better save your cash for Shiloh. Shiloh is going to be expensive. We're going to have to buy a lot of officers. Buying palmettos is not a good idea. Lorenzas are good, but I'll wait until Shiloh. See how much money I have. Because I still have to buy artillery, sniper weapons before Shiloh. Yeah, so... Okay, this is a final look at the units. I have 10 of them, 20,000 men. Yeah, I'm just going to disband these two, because they're just raw recruits. Yeah, I spend a lot of time calculating when I do this. I guess after the next battle we get 5 or 6,000, and then there's another battle, another 6,000, and then 4 or 5 more thousand with reputation. That's a lot of men. So I'm going to need a lot of weapons. And what I'm doing is I'm thinking, how I need 16,000 more rifles. Well, the good news is we're okay for right now. Yeah, everyone has 42s of my green units. 20,000 men are going to go into the battle. My 2 brigadier generals will start working toward their second star for Shiloh. They're not. I don't think they're going to make it. But they might make it. If they make it, that's great. In this alternative reality, they might make it. And I'll have 20,000 men that will have good experience for Shiloh. Well, actually, we have a battle after this where we'll be able to... So 20,000 versus 14,000. This is a really easy battle. So unfortunately, the next perk after this only gives us 2,000 men per unit. Which is too bad. I really need 2,500 per unit in the next battle. So what I'll be able to bring 24,000 into the next battle. So what you want to do is you want to do the battles in order. I don't think I did them this way, but I have 23,000 men right now. As you can see, I'll get more men, and then I'll bring 24,000 to the battle after this. So what you want to do is do the side battles, smallest number of units to the largest number of units you can bring, so you can bring the largest number possible to the final battle. Also, that makes it easier to buy weapons and allocate your resources and all of that. So anyway, I hope this helped. Of course, you'll have other priorities in your campaign, so, you have to do it so it suits you. And anyway, I hope this helps, and have fun in your campaign.